No, does anybody in here drive a Tesla? No, right?
No, but I hate people that drive them.
Okay. This is where I'm going with. I have seen them on the road, right? And recently, like for the longest time, I have said Mustang drivers are the most annoying drivers in the world. Like, to be honest, like they just get in my way and they don't do shit. They don't know if they want to go fast or slow, whatever. But recently, Tesla drivers have been on a whole nother just stupid ass level. I don't know what it is. I don't know what entitlement they have for the road, but I have noticed.
I don't think it's
I think it depends on the Tesla too.
I don't think it's them. I think it's
Tesla.
like automated. Like if they're doing the automated settings, then they're not really driving it,
too, dude.
And that's really where they drive like shit, because it's a computer basically like overly cautious. Like literally, this guy today, I'm not kidding you. I was driving home. He was braking the car, and it felt like there was 3 cars of space in front of him, and he's in a Tesla. I'm like, why are you braking right now? Like,
it was
like what is
I
going
think
on?
it's the automatic thing. That's like fucking ruining
because
my
you can
driving
program
experience.
that. You can program how far you want.
Yeah, my car is automatic braking, so when it gets to a certain distance, it starts braking automatically.
Yeah,
you can set it to like. You can set it to like farther distance, shorter distance. I always set it for shorter because if you put it at the far, it like starts braking way ahead of things.
No, these Tesla drivers are annoying the fuck out of me, dude.
I think it depends on the actual Tesla though too, because you know you have these guys who drive like, you know, the Model Ys or you know, compared to a Model S Plaid or something that is like the fastest production car on the planet.
Oh, that Model S shit. It's a Model shit. That's what it is.
They want to freaking test the hell out of it.
They want to Tesla.
They want to test the Tesla.
They want to test these.
I personally think that people that drive Teslas, they're as slow as the way they drive their cars. So that's my hot take for you right there.
There you go. Thank you, Elon Musk. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
He's definitely slow.
No, give some
He's Model Y.
Take it.
Model
take it
Y,
how you
where
want
you
it.
born?
Take it how you want it. Yeah. Let them deal with it.
Take me to the moon.
Welcome to Give Mike a Mic Reloaded. Loaded.
Muffin time!
I feel like we could have a very educated conversation without
That'd be good.
being like,
Without ganging up on
yes.
Okay, which is your favorite Destiny, Joe?
Probably the one.
You want to talk about
The
Destiny?
one-
What the fuck you want to talk about Destiny then? Tell me.
So let me tell you, my favorite one is when
Jamie, tell me.
the
Jamie.
guy.
But let me see.
You have to chop his head off, his arms off, his fingers off, everything, his penis, everything. Just chop it all off. His power, anything that swings, that can swing, is powerful, including his dick.
Get rid of it.
Chop it all off. Just get it off.
Get rid of it.
Get it out of here. Just fling it somewhere else. Burn it to the ground. Well, on that note, guys, welcome to Give Mike a Mic, the podcast. We're here with actually the whole crew tonight. So,
United.
our last episode, we did say we were going to have a couple liberal podcasts since Jay was going to be gone, but we hadn't recorded since then, and that was a lie. So, there we go. Yeah, we're going to talk about Barbie, how much we loved it all day. So,
Nation.
I forgot I took off my woke shirt and everything. Yeah. But we're here. Jay, where were you? Where in the world were you, bro? I heard you were in DR doing some Platano business. Yeah,
I was in the motherland.
the motherland. Oh,
Yes,
Fun.
back home to the Dominican Republic. Was there for 2 weeks. And
Okay.
It was good. It was nice.
it was nice. Hot.
It was very nice.
Is it very hot?
It's hot, but dude, I mean, it's hotter here. Shoot,
Yeah, I figured it is, man. It's
freaking hot.
this heat index in Orlando and Florida has been off the chain.
Insane.
You know, my car
111
said
degrees, bro.
111.
the heat
Yeah.
index, yeah.
The other day,
But my
yeah.
car actually said, my car thermometer said 103.
Mine said
This is when I was out
116.
driving.
too.
This wasn't like in
Mine
while
too.
I was just sitting there. I'm talking. I'm already off driving, and it's saying 103.
Yeah.
No, when I first turned on the car, it said like 113, 116. Like just sitting there. Yeah, crazy.
Dude, Dude,
Jesus.
you know what my said today?
You need you need some shades. Is
Oh,
why
I
I
have
bought
it. Yeah, I
some
got
just
some.
now.
I got some.
My car said, why you outside? I gotta go to work.
Your
You're
car
arguing
said,
with your car.
"Not
Your car's
today.
like, hey,
Not today.
Not today. Turn around. Go back
me home."
home."
mira,
Go home, motherfucker.
I went to work. I went to like when it was my lunch. I went to go get something. I got in my car. My car has leather seats.
Oh God.
Méqueme el
Oh,
culo.
yeah.
Holy crap. That was bad. That's why I just bought some shades because no way, man. That was too
Nah,
much.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Este carro está,
It's disgusting, bro.
está demasiado.
We're gonna burn to death. I know my salt trap.
I did,
Bro.
I did go to.
I'll tell you-
I did go to Disney actually yesterday because I know the kids were in school. But I went after. I think it was after like 3:30, 4 o'clock because I went to go see.
Still hot.
I went to go see Mutant Ninja Turtles again. So I saw it twice.
Very nice.
Saw it in Dolby this time. Yeah.
¿Verdad?
Very nice.
Have you seen it, Jay?
No.
I saw it today.
Ooh.
That's
So
why
why
he's
that
here.
face, bro?
That's why he's here.
That's what.
Oh, that face looks like a.
Oh, we're gonna get into that.
like
That's
he
our,
drank something bad.
That's our second episode right there, bro.
I got a hot take.
You got a hot take on that?
Oh.
I know what your hot take is. I guarantee I know what this hot take is.
guy right now.
I know
I
what it
guarantee
is.
you don't.
Uh-oh.
I guarantee
I
you don't.
think I might know too.
I know
I think I
something.
might know.
I think it has to do with a certain
Omar's like,
somebody
I
there.
guarantee
Yep,
it.
I guarantee.
Damn LT.
Well, we'll say that for the next episode. But the first episode we're gonna get into here is we're gonna catch up on the Barbieheimer stuff that happened, man. So our last episode we were doing, we were kind of running down all the movies that we had gone through and had seen up to that point. I think Mission Impossible had just come out, and Barbieheimer and Barbie and Oppenheimer. I shouldn't call it Barbieheimer. It's Barbie and Oppenheimer.
don't do
Yeah.
Hey, man. It's the
Barbie
name.
and Oppenheimer. It's the name.
It's not one movie.
It's two movies. Barbie
It's
and
two.
Oppenheimer.
Watch
Yes.
both at the same time.
So most of us here had seen both. However, we do have two Platanos here who saw one and not the other.
Can you distinguish between the two, please? A plátano and a freaking.
Plátano and Maduro. Yeah. Plátano and Maduro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the Plátano did see Oppenheimer day one, but
One salty and one sweet.
but has not seen Barbie. And the other one, the Maduro, has seen Barbie but not Oppenheimer. I do have a question for each of you though, because I did tell Jay I was gonna ask Omar this. Have you seen Barbie more than once?
Hell yeah. Energy, baby.
Oh my.
Mira, bro. I have no words for you.
See, so that's the
seriously.
problem because he's seen Barbie more than once and had not
No,
seen
and that's why he came
Oppenheimer
out.
twice.
And that's he just came out. He just came out like to the
And
world.
has not
right now.
seen Oppenheimer. Yeah.
In my defense, I know the
There's no
story
defense
about,
for that.
I know the story about Oppenheimer, so I don't have to watch it. I know the whole story.
What?
What?
It's all good.
Bro.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
He
in my
read a
life,
book.
I
He read a book.
Literally.
I read about that in school, bro. I know
That is
about
the
that.
dumbest. That is the dumbest defense I've ever heard in my life.
I know that. Listen. All right.
Quiz him right now. Somebody
got-
quiz him right now.
Listen.
Look, he-
Ask
I'm
him a
gonna-
question about
I'm
that.
gonna have-
Oppenheimer, a guy wanted to do a bomb. I'll pause. I'll read the book. I'll pause.
That's
I'll
your first thing. He didn't do a bomb.
No. I'll watch a porn.
He didn't do a bomb, okay?
I'll watch a porno for 20 minutes. I'll stop it. I'll go back to the bomb, and then the movie's over.
There's
Yeah,
gonna be a
that's-
hot. There's gonna be a hot take on my end when we get to Barbie with.
No,
me and,
for
Omar.
real. No, I'm joking. You know I'm dying to watch the movie. I'm gonna watch it as soon as it gets to come out. Digital, watch it here.
Bro, why aren't you watching it 70mm at the theater? They extended the run again, bro.
I mean,
I'm watching it again on Wednesday.
Go this weekend, bro.
Yeah,
You
really?
gonna watch it again, bro?
I'm going Wednesday for
Wow,
it.
bro, you're
Yeah,
a beast, bro. You're a beast.
Yeah, that's beast
give it
mode.
to you.
I can't do it. I mean, it's good. I like it, but I can't do it.
It's great. But we'll get into it.
But I know obviously a lot. I mean, I know what happens in the movie. It's not like you can spoil the movie.
I don't think you know what happens, but it's okay. That's like watching Dark Knight and be like, oh, I know what happens before you saw it. Like, no, it's not the same.
It's a dialogue.
It's like, oh, Batman showed up and the
It's a
Joker's in there,
dialogue
and then
heavy
Batman beats up the
movie,
Joker,
though.
and that's
Okay,
it. No.
but It's not as twisted as a
way
Dark
different.
Knight movie. but
Nah, it's
okay.
way different, dude. Way different. But it's okay. It's all right. We'll forgive you for now. What movie did you guys want to talk about first? Did you want to do Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer.
One of you guys are gonna. Well, so one of you guys are
yeah.
gonna sit out.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Omar's gonna play Street Fighter 6. Oh, how's the game, bro? Was it good?
Joking. I'll be here. It's amazing.
You'll be here. Okay.
We're not ruining
Alright,
the
so-
movie for him. He read the book. He's good.
He read the book. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
exactly. There you go, Alex.
No. I read it. I got rid of it.
Exactly.
Oh, you
exactly.
read the behind the scenes.
The
yeah,
book,
yeah.
the book of Reddit.
The book of Reddit. Book of Pato. So we're going to talk about Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer that released, I don't know when, last month in July sometime.
Oppenheimer, July 21st? No. Yes, 21st.
Yeah. 21st sounds good. Yeah. Wow, that's not that long ago. That's maybe 3 weeks ago, right?
Bro, no, yeah. And it feels like, yeah, you're right.
It feels like a long time, yeah. It's been in theaters for a while. So Oppenheimer is basically just about it's a documentary, a historical piece about Dr. Oppenheimer, who is one of the architects for the atomic bomb, right? Is it the atomic or nuclear bomb? Harold is the one that he actually read the book or bought the book. Did you finish it? Did you finish the book? Oh, he brought the book.
He's our resident
Gotcha.
Oppenheimer
He's
expert.
our expert right here. Yeah.
Ooh.
He has a whole book here.
You're muted right now, Harold. If you're saying anything.
Harold, speak! Talk to me!
Talk to me.
Talk to me, Harold.
I read it.
You read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished.
Nice. How'd you like it? Book or
I
movie
like
better?
it. Well, of course. No, I think the movie's amazing. The movie. I mean,
But
I think that's probably the first time that I'm like, wow, the movie's a lot better. Well, not a lot better than the book. The book just has a lot more detail. Remember, that movie honestly follows the book almost to a T, like really stuck super close to what's in this book. It's based on this
Like
book.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, the book has just way more detail. It kind of delves a little bit more into what the man was like when he was alive, and his reasoning and how he felt afterwards. Because of course they tell you more like letters that he wrote, you know what I mean, things like that you can't obviously you can't see it in the movie. But it's very, very good. Both the book and the movie to me are amazing.
They're really good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, you went on day one, didn't you?
Yeah.
And was a full theater, I'm assuming. Right?
Oh, packed. There
no,
was-
I think you went like day 0. Like, did you go on a Thursday?
I went to the Wednesday show.
Oh wow.
That's like negative 0. Yeah, that's.
That's
That was like
negative.
-0. Yeah, I
Yeah,
went to the
I remember
Wednesday
that.
show.
Yeah.
What
That was like Sub-Zero.
what
That was Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Yes.
what format did you watch it in, Jay?
Fatality.
What format did you end
Oh,
up watching it?
the 70 IMAX.
Ooh.
Oh, you saw 70 IMAX and
Yeah, 70 at
AMC.
Altamont.
Okay,
yeah,
all
Altamont.
right.
Altamont. Me too. I watched it there as well.
All right. And
That thing was full, bro. Like every corner of that screen was freaking just
Standing room
popping,
only.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Oh, and that whole screen, yeah. 70
Oh, no,
millimeter.
no.
70 miller. Thankfully, when I watched it, I didn't watch it in IMAX, but I watched it regular at Springs.
Right.
And I know that Harold had asked about the film and how much it would take off the top and how much it would take for aspect ratio.
and everything, yeah.
And you didn't take away
Dude.
from it at all. So it was
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's one thing
I-
that I enjoyed big time.
Big time.
I mean, it's like one of those things where you're watching the screen and you almost are trying to look all around, you know, because you're like, am I missing something on the screen? Like, you know, in one corner or the other. It's just so damn big,
Yeah.
you know. So you're not just focusing on the center. You're like you're kind of doing this a little bit. Yeah. And if you're sitting in the front, bro, diablo.
I mean,
can't
that's
imagine-
where-
I saw
I don't
people.
think you
I
can
saw people in
enjoy
the front
the
going like this.
I don't
Well,
think you can enjoy that movie at front.
But that's what Nolan I think said you have to watch it in the front row. He said watch it. Yeah.
No.
My neck
Said,
is
if you're gonna watch
so
it, watch it
precious
front
for
row.
that. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So Alex, you saw it a couple weeks after, right? You saw it like last week.
You mean yesterday? A couple
No,
weeks
I think
after?
I think I saw it like the week before, but I didn't see it opening weekend. I actually went to see Barbie opening night,
Oh, okay.
and then I saw Oppenheimer like
The week after, or
the
2
week
weeks
after. Yeah, maybe even 2 weeks after. Honestly, I had to like make it a priority after someone else didn't make it a priority. So, but yeah, I made it. I made it.
Oh,
And did
You lose.
I will say I think you watched it a couple days after I did, and I think you watched the 70 millimeter as well, right?
Yeah,
Same
I
time
saw
I
it
did.
at Springs too. Yep.
Yeah. So we all saw it except Omar. I won't ask you how you liked it because you didn't see it, but that's all right. But I will say, out of let me see, Harold and Alex. Let's get your take real quick here. Harold, you saw Barbie already, right?
Yeah.
Out of the two, which one did you enjoy better?
Both are good. They're completely different movies. In my personal opinion is I enjoyed Oppenheimer, I would say 10 times more than I did Barbie.
Sure.
I like Barbie. Barbie was entertaining. I enjoyed it. It was, it kept you interested in the movie. But then again, I'm more into history. I like more history myself. I'm a history buff in that way.
Wow, Destiny.
And so for me, that movie just was a little bit, was just better. It was just overall, to me, just more interesting.
Yeah. Alex, how about you out of the two?
Yeah, I definitely have to go. I mean, they're two different movies, like Harold said. I think Barbie to me was harmless. Like it really didn't do much for me, but I kind of knew it was going to be that way going into it. But it didn't like piss me off like a lot of other people that are butthurt on the internet that feel like they were personally attacked by a movie.
Sure.
But either way, Oppenheimer obviously was definitely better. There was a better story. The music was amazing. Like Christopher Nolan always has great music, great sound, visuals, everything. It was on point. It was a Nolan, masterclass, everything that he puts in his movies. So
It was.
yeah, that's all I have to say.
Masterclass. The Masterclass I would say for sure. Out of all of his movies, this is probably one of the better ones I would say, outside of like the Dark Knight trilogy.
That's a question for you guys. Seeing as all of you saw the 70 millimeter presentation,
Yeah.
how was the center channel? Because I know for a fact some people complain. I think it was the IMAX presentation. That a lot of the dialogue again, you could understand crap.
See, but I feel like that's
I never had that.
That's also I didn't
Nolan
have that.
movies.
But that's a Nolan thing because
And the Nolan-
all of his movies,
Nolan
the same
mix,
things with
Nolan
Dark Knight
mix.
and everything.
But-
Yeah, a Nolan
Right,
mix.
right.
Yeah,
He,
for sure.
Right.
I think he emphasizes a lot. I think when he's doing the sound mixing on like,
Music.
the
On music.
surround,
Sound.
like on the music for sure, but
For tension,
on a lot of the like,
for tension
yes.
and like the emotion of the scene.
Oh, dude.
Like you may
Yeah,
get
yeah.
music in one moment, but then it's complete silence. Like
yes,
no spoil. Well, I mean spoilers here, but before the bomb, the test bomb, before the test bomb, and how it goes freaking just deathly silent, just deathly
dead
silent,
silent, and then
and you
It's
just
a good.
feel it.
It was
I heard
good.
it's like a
oh yeah,
jump
yeah.
scare.
Yeah,
I
you
was
felt that
amazing.
in my chest, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
not gonna lie, I jumped.
It
Yeah.
did jump a little bit. Yeah.
And I have
Here's the thing. With I'm sorry to interrupt,
ahead.
but in the book, the people who lived through that test specifically say they see a flash of light and they don't hear anything because they're miles away.
Silent.
And then they hear this rumbling. They said the earth shook and they hear this rumbling. So that's exactly
How
what
it is,
happens
yeah.
in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And I was
pretty
gonna
insane.
I wanted to ask you guys, for the people who saw it, because especially you, Harold, because you read the book and you like read the detail that
Yeah.
they explain about the actual the bomb when it goes
Yeah.
off. When I watched the movie, this was just personal. I was
Yeah.
a little underwhelmed with the atom bomb going off. Like the build up, I'm like, oh my god, it's
I'll take
coming,
Jay. I'll
it's
take Jay.
coming, it's coming, and then
Yeah.
it just happens, and you explained it like right on the dot. You see that big flash of light. It's like dead silent, and then I guess I think if I remember correctly, like a few seconds go by, and then boom, But
yeah.
I don't know what it was, man. I just remember leaving that theater like just thinking, damn, man, like it wasn't what I expected. That explosion I was expecting.
I think you wanted Michael Bay explosive.
I
bro.
wanted
I
Yeah.
guess. Man, I don't know what it was.
Bro.
Maybe I'm just used to some other explosions. or
Armageddon.
something.
You
I was
wanted
expecting
a
something
Fast and the
else.
Furious explosion.
Yeah, that's what you
Easy.
want.
I think-
A wet bail.
Little,
A wet bail, bro.
what a little Dom Toretto to show up.
Two explosions.
I don't know,
No, I
man.
think-
It was
I
just
think
kind of.
People.
I think what Jay is talking about is that in the movie they don't show you from a distance what that looks like. So it's very close up,
And
right?
I think that's
It's
what
very
it was
close up.
too. Yeah.
So
you really
it's just
don't
a flash of
see
light. It's very close. You don't see
the mushroom. You don't really see the mushroom cloud.
big
No,
grandeur
they
of the
showed
explosion.
it. They showed it.
I mean,
Did they really?
listen,
I don't remember that.
It was more fire than anything, bro. I just remember seeing more fire.
No, they
Because-
zoomed
Then
in. They zoomed into
Yeah,
it at one point,
exactly.
But
Yeah,
I
they zoom
did
into
see
it.
the mushroom cloud like portion.
Now-
It wasn't like a huge emphasis. Like maybe that's what you wanted
Yeah.
to like sit on that scene.
Yeah.
But I think they zoomed
I went in there
and-
just
yeah.
expecting something different than what I saw. So I'm like, damn, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a little. I mean, I felt like it was a little underwhelmed. I was a little underwhelmed with that part. I was more
Yeah.
impressed with that test bomb that you were talking about. It had like
one?
a little mushroom cloud. You know that the one they were testing, it was a small bomb. I think it was like the first
Yeah.
one that they did. It was like
That's
the
a-
first
like
test
a-
bomb.
That's the
trial or
only.
something.
Yeah, it
That's
was like
the
a trial.
only bomb. Isn't that the only bomb in the movie?
No.
They had, like,
they
a
were doing
little-
a
They
test.
had
a little
there was a
doing
bomb
tests.
in
It was like a
the
little taste.
but there was
It was a little
like they were
taste,
doing
a little-
some
a little taste.
It's a little taste.
But I think what I think happened in the movie is I don't think, like you said, they don't emphasize the explosion because I think everybody can imagine what that maybe might be
Yeah.
like. Who knows? In the real case, you can watch the film of the real test, and it's insane how big that explosion was. They were, I think, they said 20 miles away, something like that. And as you see the scientists and what they do before everything happens, that's exactly how it's in the book as well. They describe that specifically what people were doing during that test. But yeah. I mean,
But I think
understand
one
what
of
you're saying, Jay.
one of the big things too is with this movie, Nolan did say that he doesn't rely a lot on the CGI, like little to none.
No,
there was none.
yeah.
That was an actual practice.
So
that was
these
a
are practical effects.
explosion.
So I think that also maybe contributes to that, where it's not an overwhelming.
Probably they couldn't zoom
Yeah,
out
all
too
that
much.
stuff.
It would
So
look weird.
the effects that they use, I mean themselves, and actually the practical effects were amazing in the whole movie. Even some of the camera shots that when they would switch over, I think Harold was talking about, they switch over to like when he's thinking in the middle of thoughts, and there's these flickers of just
the background kind of shakes a
shakes and
little
all,
bit.
like phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So I think for what it was, I think it did the job. I think even after in that scene where, first of all, that bomb scene, I sat there and was like holding my breath. Like it had me that.
Yo,
into it. I
yeah,
was
dude,
like-
the build up for that explosion was like, I'm the same way. I'm like, I can imagine.
But
That's how it was,
I
yeah.
think what they did is they were emphasizing what the people were feeling, not the bomb itself.
That's
but
what I
the
was gonna
reaction
say.
to the bomb.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
say. Is
Yeah.
it was more the emotions of the actual people and what they were feeling in the moment, and that's what drew me
Versus
into it
the
more than
Michael Bay bomb.
Oh,
the
it had
explosion
me.
or whatever. Yeah,
It
yeah.
had me.
And it had, I like how he switched from like the people in the bunker to the people that were maybe a little farther away, a few miles
Oh,
back,
yeah.
and then to the people that were in the cars.
It was perfect.
And they would switch. Like he cut to every single
The editing on it,
the editing
way
on
he-
it to
yeah,
get
well,
every
yeah.
reaction was phenomenal. Then I mean the scene after that where he where they're celebrating him and then he's seeing all the people just kind of like disintegrate into dust, and you really feel like the heavy emotion that he went through as far as like that PTSD.
Like Thanos. He went,
Like Thanos, yeah, like snaps. And I mean, it's just sand everywhere.
So, yeah.
So after that scene happened, I didn't check my watch. I didn't know how much longer we had in it. But then you get like a whole nother movie after that. And I think that's when Jay,
fell asleep.
I know that
Probably
he
checked
had
it
talked about it, that he passed the ball.
Yeah, pass the ball, Jay.
Oh, I didn't fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep.
He said he felt it, right? You said you felt the
I did feel it, though.
longevity of it.
There was one. It got to that point. I think it was right after that. Yeah, you're right. Is there
what
was
did I
just
say? I said the
so
same- I
much.
said the exact same
Even
thing.
a little bit before. I'm not gonna lie. Even before the bomb, like just that build up to that whole scene. There was, dude. I can't remember a movie that I saw that has that much damn dialogue, man.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, just
love it.
so much talking that you. I mean, you
Quentin
have to pay
Tarantino
attention.
movies
I mean, you
have
have to
that. Oh, yeah.
really pay attention
Yeah,
in that
Hateful
movie. You're
Eight.
gonna miss something. So
Yeah, exactly
and me,
right.
dude,
Exactly.
I'm ADHD to the max, and like if I see
So
a squirrel,
so what
I'm
you're
like,
saying is you want a movie without dialogue, like Fast X,
Like Fast X.
Instead of,
You want us to limit it?
no, I didn't say all
He
that.
wants Toretto.
I'm just
Toretto
saying
dialogue.
it was
I
a
don't
lot.
know, bro. I don't know.
I don't have
I think
friends. I have
I
family.
have
Jay's paying attention right
That's
there.
it.
He's like, that's it. That's all I need.
There you go.
My
See,
mouth,
that's all I
my
need.
mouth, my mouth.
I just wanted, dude. I wanted to see Toretto freaking ram a car into a big boulder to smash it into a big bomb to get it down the stairs.
That sounds like a porn right there, bro. I don't
See,
know
but
about that.
see, but my problem with that is like if you're saying there's too much dialogue, like I've had this conversation with somebody before, like not to compare things to other things, but I've had a conversation about Obi-Wan Kenobi versus versus this other show, Andor. And the person I was talking with said they didn't like Andor, but they liked Obi-Wan because there was too much dialogue in Andor and they couldn't follow it, and it was over their head.
But I loved Andor. I personally loved
I'm not
Andor.
talking about you. I'm just saying I'm giving
No, I
an
know.
example.
But I'm
like
just
for me,
I know.
I don't think there's ever movies that have too much dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the problem is there's so many movies that nowadays that come out that just water down their dialogue, and there's not enough like content in it to where it doesn't grab me in that sense. You know what I'm saying?
Harold, you
Well,
have
for this particular movie, they have to. I mean, they're explaining the science behind everything.
Yeah.
So
It's
like,
historical.
I understand why the dialogue was there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there was too much dialogue in the movie. I'm saying I can't remember a movie that there was so much damn dialogue that I'm like having to sit there and really
attention.
having to focus, pay attention.
Yeah,
for
you do have to
3
pay attention,
freaking
you know?
hours, bro. 3 hours, you have to be like.
I think
and
what
listen.
happened to Jay is he likes the part with where they're building the bomb, where the bomb
Yeah,
explodes.
yeah,
But then when it
Jay
gets
likes
to the
the tone.
political
He
part
loves
of
that
things,
scene,
that's
bro.
where he just goes he flatlines
Jay's
out.
like,
And I think that's what it could be. Now
I have
the-
theories.
a movie that does a lot of dialogue, where to me honestly was a lot of dialogue that didn't go anywhere. It's like I don't have a problem if you have a lot of dialogue, but use it, make it work. Like
Exactly.
do something
Yeah.
about it. Like I don't want you to be talking about a car and then you turn around and they're playing basketball. I don't know. It's weird. So one movie that does that a lot. One movie that does that a
White Man
lot
Can't
is
Jump.
Yeah,
Asteroid City.
exactly.
That's what I thought. Cars and basketball.
the
I'm like,
Ast-
why man can't
Well,
jump?
whatever. I was just putting an example, but Asteroid City does that. It's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson,
Yeah.
the last-
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson does a lot of dialogue, and I'm like,
But it leads
the
it leads
whole
to
hour
nothing.
when they were
yeah.
talking. What are we talking about? We're not doing anything with
You know
it.
who
It's
does that a
horrible.
lot too? The last movie they did, that weird Joaquin Phoenix movie. You guys saw it?
Bo is afraid.
I was afraid. You
I
guys-
haven't seen it yet.
you
Yeah,
guys
I gotta
haven't
watch
seen
it.
that?
I haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't seen
I
that.
heard that movie's like a 3-hour movie that should have been like at least like an hour and a half. Like it's
You
like
talk
that.
too much.
No,
30
not only
minutes.
that, no. It's one of those things like where they don't talk at all. When they just stand in a room, like look at each other, and like those
God.
awkward silent moments, bro. And
I
you're
would
like,
hate that
what
movie.
is going
I would
on in
probably-
the
I
movie?
would despise
It is
that
a
movie.
Super, no, dude. You will probably you will shoot yourself in that movie. You would. You would. It's such
Like
an
this
awkward
guy.
movie to
Like
watch.
this guy
I
right
mean,
here.
that's what I heard. I haven't seen it.
That's what I heard. That's what I read. on
Imagine
Reddit.
imagine this
yeah.
whole podcast us just staring at each other like
Yeah,
It's like,
do it.
Okay.
I just want to edit the bomb sound into that like a jump scare right there.
I know what Jay was saying and stuff like that. For me though, I think even though it was a historical piece and has to do a lot with like real events that happen, I think it has so much of a Nolan feel to it. When I think about his previous movies like Inception has a lot of dialogue that just you have to watch that 2 or 3 times.
That's my favorite
Yeah,
movie, though.
that's like
I don't know.
three times you got to watch that. 'Cause, like the first time I watched it, I was like, I don't know what happened, but I love it.
But I love it.
I gotta, yeah, but I gotta watch
I don't know
it.
what I just watched, but I love it.
Freaking love
I
it.
do. I just love it.
Leo.
And then I rewatched it like a second and third time to catch the things that I missed. I'm like, okay, that makes sense now. Now that connects, you know?
Joseph Gordon, bro. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah. So I think with this one, especially at the end when he's going through the interrogations and trying to get back his clearance and stuff like that, I think that whole end scene was just phenomenal. Like the whole hour was great.
I
That's one of my favorite parts.
me and Mike-
yeah.
No, because
think
I
me and
heard,
Mike
yeah, it's like black and
like
white
that part.
filter, and it goes to color, and,
Yeah.
and you have to know when to put it together. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard about all that.
And I mean, and Robert Downey Jr. just
And Robert Downey
kills
Jr.,
it,
which
kills it
apparently
in
is
it.
the
To be
movie,
honest,
so yeah.
yeah, you could tell.
And
that he loved
Emily
Emily
Blunt did
Emily
fucking
Blunt?
phenomenal at the end there. Yeah.
Yeah.
She fucking ate it up, bro.
The
She
new
had
wife?
freaking what's her face? The Nikki
why?
girl. What's her name?
Bro, let me tell you, in the book, that's exactly how
Florence-
it went down.
Florence. Yeah, she could get it, bro. I will tell you. I could watch 20
Listen,
minutes of that one.
I am gonna say though, because Omar was the one that was talking about.
I was about to say that too. Yeah.
The sex scene.
Yeah.
And you were saying how like you're asking how grotesque it was, and it wasn't. First of all, it wasn't 15 minutes.
It's not grotesque.
Yeah,
first of all.
dude.
not
It was
grotesque.
not
It's
15
not
minutes, bro.
15.
You said 15 minutes.
said
I'm
15
thinking,
minutes,
I was
oh,
bro.
like, dang, that's 15
minutes?
minutes
You
of
know, 15
humping? Are you kidding me right now?
Maybe.
You brought your loop, bro.
Maybe
I
like
brought
2
I brought
minutes.
It was
You
maybe
brought the whole
5
movie.
minutes
Like, that's
total.
it?
Tops.
No.
Tops.
Yeah, like
not
five,
even.
5 minutes total. Exactly.
But that's
Like,
not
all
even
three of
straight
them.
humping. That's just like, hey, we're humping for 2
Foreplay.
seconds,
And
and
then
then
I'm gonna sit on
we're
the couch.
talking, and then
Make
we're
it.
and then
I
we're
heard
gonna go
about
up
that. I heard
again.
like they're like naked, like talking across each other on a chair
Yeah.
or whatever that was.
Yeah, but it's
Right?
still not like whole scenes, whole dialogue. It's
Yeah.
like it starts off where she's naked. You see her top, but then like it switches. You know, the camera zooms in a little bit more.
I
so
will
it's not
say
that
the
bad.
scene when they're in the
Interrogation.
interrogation was obviously
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
maybe a little more like intense. You know what I'm saying?
that.
Like in terms of
That didn't happen in the book, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to
Oh,
let
okay.
you
No,
know.
that happened in my book, bro. That happened in my
that was
book.
exaggerated. Yeah.
That happened in my dreams. That's what happened.
Oh god.
But no.
I told- after I watched it, I told my daughter.
I want to know what you did after that, bro.
No.
Anyway, Harvey,
Sucio.
Conditioner,
No,
bro.
no.
I told my daughter. I said, "Hey,
Whoa!
like, I just watched Oppenheimer." I was like, I just watched Oppenheimer,
Oh,
and she's like,
going.
she's like, Dad, why'd you go? I wanted to watch it, and I'm like, you're not
No,
watching
baby, you
that
cannot do
movie.
it.
You cannot do it. No, you cannot.
Cannot.
No,
Did you? So,
cannot watch that movie.
Jay, you watched that by yourself?
Yeah, I went by myself.
Oh, hey,
I
okay.
watched it at home, and I would fast forward that whole scene for sure. So
No,
Well, that's what
you'll
I'm saying.
like-
I
you'll
said
like
you
it.
can
No,
watch.
you'll
You
like
can
it.
watch it. No, I said you can watch it when it comes out, and I'll watch it with you, and I'm gonna fast forward every freaking little
like
scene.
at home.
No,
Dude,
no.
you
You'll
know,
like
you know
it.
they released a PG-13
like a
version
Titanic.
in India, Jay.
They did.
Yeah,
With no
and
nigga?
they cut out all that stuff in the theaters in India.
Ah,
Yeah,
well.
they could do without that, bro. They can.
Yeah, I would have been like,
No,
you know what?
I think it's
not-
important.
it's not
It's important to
worked
the plot. It really is.
I mean, it shows you how much of a womanizer this guy is.
Exactly. Yeah,
obviously.
they
He
needed
was,
that.
man.
Yeah, I get it.
He
I get that
Bro,
part. But I
it's
mean,
pretty
for a little
bunda.
kid,
I need a
a
bunda.
kid
And
doesn't care about that.
And honestly, that's not even the half of it in the book.
Yeah.
My man is
He
he's
had a boda.
crazy.
He had a boda.
Yeah, he's doing all kinds of stuff. He's like sleeping
He's
with other
big-
people's
big
other
pants,
scientists,
spanning
like
G's.
friends of his wives and stuff. It's crazy.
Damn, bro.
So
I mean, he
so let
does
me
that
ask
in the
you-
movie, though. He does it in the movie.
So let me ask you guys: out of all Christopher Nolan movies, I know right now you're like in this hype train right now, but do
Yeah.
you consider this movie his best work? And that's a tough question.
I can tell you the two movies that I really, really enjoy at this point
Which
from Nolan. Now, I haven't seen Memento.
stop?
Which I wanna see.
You haven't seen Memento.
Wow, are you serious?
I haven't seen
dude?
Memento.
That's
I'm
that's
sorry, I
one
haven't
of
seen it.
my top, probably his top two, top three from him.
I would say from the ones that I have seen, I like Interstellar, and then I like this one.
Interstellar. This
know
is a
what?
good one too.
You know what? I
Interstellar
didn't
was-
talk crap because I haven't seen Interstellar, and I am
Yay!
I'm
Te
gonna
paro.
rectify that. I'm gonna rectify that because I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about the movie, and I'm like, this actually sounds really cool. Like I don't know why I'm
God,
saying
and that
Interstellar
soundtrack
was
and that
great.
soundtrack is
The
fucking
soundtrack,
Yeah,
The soundtrack was-
It's legit.
I
It's
heard
legit.
how much like you cry, all this stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
why haven't I
man.
seen this movie? So I do have it in my queue. So
It's really
that's
good.
the
Really
news
good.
for the channel. I know I'm a little late to this right now, but I am gonna rectify the now watching that movie. But besides,
Let me know when you watch Interstellar. I'll watch
no, but
Memento.
yeah, dude, but Memento,
Bro, just watch. Are you? Free,
but
why,
Memento's
you
really
gotta
good.
wait for
At the
this
same
freaking.
time.
No, but
Hold
right,
hands.
Jay,
Hold
Memento's
hands.
amazing.
Calm
Mike,
down.
tell him, Memento's like amazing.
Memento's good.
Memento's
Yeah.
It's a unique
insane.
movie.
I heard it's
really good, yeah.
Really, really good.
It's
really
just a
good.
I
unique
haven't
movie.
seen it.
So right now you don't know which one's your favorite then.
I
And
think
you
it's
could-
a
you
har-
could-
I think
No,
it's a
like I said, from the
hard,
ones that I have seen-
choice.
So it's not Oppenheimer. So it's not Oppenheimer then.
I would say both Oppenheimer and
Interstellar.
Interstellar, are my
Oh, okay,
favorites.
okay. How
at
about
this
you,
point.
Mike?
Yeah.
Man, I really can't choose. Like,
Can.
to be honest, there's two directors that I can say like their movies always hit for me, and that's Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino. For me, all their movies, like I can't just choose like a favorite because they're all so unique and so good. Like even Memento, even as good as it is, you can tell like that's one of his first big movies that he did, if not first movie that he did.
Yeah.
Where he didn't have as much of a budget as he has with like an Interstellar or Oppenheimer or The Dark Knight or anything like that. So if he made that later on where he had the budget and had the money, then it'd probably be one of my top. But I mean I have to say, still to this day, like Inception still hits hard for me. And then
to see that again.
The Dark Knight is up there. No, not Rises. No. I was born in the dark. Yeah, Dark Knight, Interstellar, Inception, Oppenheimer, and then even like Tenet. Tenet wasn't that bad, to be honest. If I gave it a third watch,
Tenet,
like I give it a third watch, it was fine. It grows on you. It grows
I
on
would
you.
to put it higher. I just don't understand what that movie's about.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's
what I was going to say. I think it has a great look.
About that. Yeah, I just don't.
I couldn't end Tenet the same way I did Inception. You know how you said Inception, you finish watching and you're like, I love it. I don't even care that I didn't understand
I
it.
love
I love it.
But in
I
Tenet,
didn't say the same thing about Tenet, bro. Yeah, I had a headache halfway through. I'm like, what the hell?
There was some stuff in there that was like questionable. I'm just like, ugh.
I remember.
That's why it's not higher. It's not higher on the list for me, but it's still good.
I think he flew too close to the sun on that one.
I don't know. It's still good on his own thing. I think they just give him money. They're like, hey, dude, make whatever you want. Just do whatever you want. Yeah.
I will say this: all his movies have a great look. They have a really good look to them. I remember I watched Tenet, and the cinematography is amazing.
You know it's a Nolan movie.
Tenet
Any
wasn't
movie
like
you watch,
Tenet.
you know it's a Nolan movie.
You can hear the audio. Yeah, of course. But no, dude. But you know what movie I saw in theaters. I'm telling you, I never saw it again because it was probably one of most. I didn't like it. It was that movie Dunkirk.
Oh, Dunkirk.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Nobody mentions Dunkirk. That's fun. Nobody talks about that, and that's probably for a reason.
You know why too, though? Because I think at the same time that came out, and I think was it 1914 or Midway or one of the two.
At the same time, yeah.
It was like at the same time.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah.
And 1914, I think that's the one that I love that movie. Like that was a really good movie. Yeah, 1914.
I watched them all.
If you haven't seen 1914, I would.
What's 1914? What is that?
1914 is World War
It's
One.
World War One, and it basically this guy, he's going to go I think find his brother or like give a message to his brother, right?
I don't remember. It was something
And
like
he
that.
has to
was
go
supposed
behind
give a
enemy
message to somebody.
lines, and like it's a message to somebody, but I think they say it's his brother. Yeah, it has what's his name? Rob Stark. I forgot the actor's name. The one that was Internals. Que sé yo.
1914 movie.
Yeah.
It says it came out in 31. That's not it.
Oh, 1931? Maybe it's 1931.
No.
So I don't know what the name of the movie is.
Are you thinking it was 1917?
1917, that one. It's
Yes,
1917.
dude. Of course, I have that movie in 4K. That's the movie that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
shot, dude, in one camera.
Yeah, that one. That
was a
That's
one
of them.
shot
I don't know what year it was, bro. Fucking 1914, 1931.
No.
One shot,
Okay,
yeah.
you said that. No, dude. And this guy, what's his face? Though Doctor Strange makes a cameo in that movie.
That's right. Yeah. Bungerbatch.
That's it. I love that movie, dude. I love that movie.
Cumberbund.
And yes, that's a way better movie than Dunkirk. Way better movie.
Yeah, 1917.
I think most people like Dunkirk just for the sound elements. Like that's what I remember people talking about afterwards,
it's a
but
war
not
movie
necessarily
Yeah.
There's
the
no
story
there's
element
no
of
characters.
it. Yeah.
By the way, Cillian Murphy's in that movie too. Well, he's in every Nolan movie, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to rank them
How
though,
about
dude.
you, Alex?
Like
How about you, Alex? Do you have like Oppenheimer your favorite?
I think we all said, every single one of us went back and said Memento.
I didn't say. I didn't put it in my. I put it in my top.
But I have
not my top.
I have another movie that nobody ever mentions. That's one of my favorites from him too, The Prestige.
Ooh, I like Prestige,
Yes.
Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
I like Prestige, bro.
That's a good one.
Alex,
That's a good
one.
Michelle was talking the other day to watch it again. She loves Prestige.
I love that
I
movie.
like that movie.
Dude,
bro.
it's so good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Like
love
the
that
turns,
movie.
the twists and turns, the story.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So good.
That twist
Yeah.
at the end, bro. I was like,
That was like a Saw twist before Saw.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
that was
Dude,
amazing.
yes,
That
yes,
one was
yes.
amazing, dude. That twist.
And they have a lot of dialogue in that movie too. Like I will admit, It's a lot of
but
dialogue.
that kept Jay awake because it had like flashy effects, a lot of cool.
It was
cool
flat.
things going
Dude,
on.
yeah.
They were like, mira.
I was like,
No te duermas, no te duermas.
What was that movie? This is like before Memento, I think. What's it called? Not Inception. What was that called? Insomnia. With
Was that a Nolan? Was that a Nolan?
Yes, Robin Williams was the killer.
Insomnia. Yeah, Insomnia.
I think.
Wasn't that a Nolan movie?
I don't think so.
I don't think he directed that.
Dude, don't.
I don't think he directed it.
Bro.
Nolan movie, Prestige.
What was that called?
Insomnia. Yeah, Insomnia.
Insomnia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's him.
that is one of
Nolan?
his. Yep. After
Yeah, I
Memento.
didn't like that one that much.
Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't good.
No, I didn't like that one. No, I think that was after Memento, before Dark Knight.
But wasn't that was highly rated? I gotta watch that movie again. I forgot about this movie, dude.
By the way,
I don't remember this
the highest grossing World War II movie
Okay.
was initially Dunkirk, had made the most money for a World War
That's
II movie.
Wow, over-
Now Oppenheimer surpassed it.
That-
Saving Private Ryan, is that
crazy.
1 or 2?
Was it same Prime?
That's
way better, bro.
2. But Dunkirk is actually based on true. That's a true story. That's like another documentary, if you will.
True. The same Prime Ryan. Well, a lot of it was obviously embellished,
Yeah, I don't care. It's Tom Hanks.
but it's Tom Hanks.
Vin
right?
Diesel.
Matt Damon,
But-
of course.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, Vin
now
Diesel, yeah.
Oppenheimer is the highest
It is.
grossing
It has
movie
reached
for World War.
that rank of the rated R, making as much money as possible. Whereas
I
Rated
will.
making money.
I will admit it's definitely one of my favorites from recent that he's put out though. Oppenheimer. It's definitely up there. Like
after
I don't know
After
if-
Tenet, yeah.
yeah. I mean Dark Knight to me still is probably one of my top 2 cuz like that movie I remember watching it and like feeling like I wasn't even watching a Batman or superhero movie. Like there was parts of it that I was just like enjoying the story and the elements and how it was shot and everything else.
Do you
so I don't
like
even
this Batman? Sorry.
The new ones? Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
No, I was gonna say, do you like this Batman? Do you like the new Batman more
Robert
than
Pattinson?
Yeah. Do you like that one more than the Nolan Dark Knight?
They're
That's a question for
different.
you, Alex.
There we go.
I mean,
They're
I
different,
can't.
though.
No, it's a
can't-
question, man.
Yeah, I
Hey,
can't
Good question.
compare
It's a good
them.
question. You could do
It's
that.
a
Here we
freaking
go.
legit question.
That's okay,
I
Jay.
can't-
I get it.
I can't compare them, but I will say that I like it better than the
The Flash.
Snyderverse and all the other shit they've been doing.
Oh
with
no, yeah.
Batman
I mean, I'll
and,
give you that.
You know,
No, sure.
That's a
for
low
sure.
bar, bro. What's up with that?
No, I
dude?
can tell you,
that's
I
low
like
bar.
Nolan. I like Dark Knight more than.
I will say I do like Dark Knight better. But I mean they're both different. And I mean Pattinson right now is
He's killing it.
he killed it with it.
it was
He
a
killed it
good
with it.
movie, but I want to see like where it keeps going. You know what
Where
I'm
it keeps
saying?
going,
Like, because it's
Well,
it's
I
just
mean,
an
yeah.
intro movie. So for me, like I need to see
I
more of
just-
the
It's
development of the
comparing-
character.
You compare him, yeah, exactly. You compare more the Batman to Batman Begins. That's really what you gotta compare
Yes,
it to.
yeah.
Exactly.
We're gonna get the Dark Knight the next.
If we got a trilogy, if we got a good trilogy with this guy, then
then that's
hopefully,
what I'm talking
then we'll talk about that.
I think the one thing I would say is I like the mood of this new Batman more than I like
the atmosphere.
Dark Knight
Yes,
ones.
it's really dark.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what
because
I think.
the other one
I dig
was
a
more
lot.
just Chicago, basically the backdrop.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
what
that's
year
true.
one,
This one
year
was.
one Batman, so it's a lot darker. Based like the comics
More
themselves
comic
are.
book.
Well, I
Right,
think
right,
the
right.
first,
Right.
I feel like the first movie, like Batman Begins, was a little darker because it was more
think
like
it was.
nighttime.
No,
with
you're
the
right. It was.
scarecrow
And-
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, with the
Scarecrow and,
Scarecrow.
Yeah, that's true, that's
and the League of
true.
And
Assassins
then-
and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And
I
then it
love that
lightened
movie.
up
I'm
a
sorry,
lot by
but I
the
love
third
that.
one. The third one
third
was
one,
like
yeah.
bright as hell, yeah.
They're playing football.
What the hell was that?
Sound like Yoda, bro.
I was born in the darkness.
All right. Well. Let me get the scores from these guys for Oppenheimer. No dog shits here. So, Jay, we'll start with you. How many bombs out of 10 would you give it?
I'll give it.
Many porn flicks.
How many Lawrence
Dude.
Pugh titties do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 9. I'll give it a 9.
Nine.
Solid
all right.
9.
Solid
I'll give it a
9.
9.
Give it to it. All right. Harold, how about you, man?
I'm gonna give it a solid 10. I really like that movie.
I have a follow up, but go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Alex, for you?
Ahí va.
10. Another
wow.
10. Another
Yeah.
10.
Oh, this guy went
Yeah.
perfect 10.
Perfect 10.
Perfect.
Omar,
10.
you had a
Thank you,
follow-up?
Alex.
No,
Follow
you go
question
first.
for her?
After you.
Or for
after
me?
you. After you guys, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Come on, Mike, come on, Mike.
Honestly, I'm
Mike.
honestly,
Do it,
I'm gonna
Mike.
give it. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Diablo, 39 puntos. Ding,
All right,
ding, ding,
good.
ding, ding.
So with those scores in mind, my follow-up question was, it's a good segue.
Why haven't you watched
Shut
it?
up.
Yeah.
So is
Thank
this,
you, Harold.
is this like undoubtedly like your favorite movie of the year?
It's there. It's
That's
up
for
there.
you, I know, Harold.
It's
How
up
about
there
you,
for me,
Mike?
man.
It's up there, dude. I mean,
Is
you
it
know
better-
our last
I know,
conversation.
Is it better than Mission Impossible and Spider-Verse for you right now? Go.
Better than Mission Impossible.
Better than Mission
Better than
Impossible?
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Michael did say it was better than Mission Impossible.
I will say it's
He
better
told
than
me.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, how
Yeah,
about
it's not.
Spider-Verse?
It's a different
No.
movie, man.
That
I know, but I know
not-
Michael's
not-
take, so.
I'm gonna say yes.
Oh!
That's a-
So,
I'm gonna
Mira.
think about it.
all
Let
the
me give me a
Oscars
second.
to
Let
Mike.
it cook, let it cook, let it
Oppenheimer.
cook.
Okay, all
No,
right.
no.
All right, so Jay.
Yes,
so obviously,
I would
Jay,
say
give,
so.
give it a
By
9.
a very,
give it a
very
9, so I'm
small
guessing you're still
margin.
you're gonna pick your other winners for best movie of the year, right?
Well, I mean, I'm because you mentioned
Mission Impossible, Spider-Verse. So
My-
you're still gonna stick
Spider-Verse
with-
for me is a 10, Poppy. That's a 10.
That's a 10.
So
It's
for
still
me,
a 10.
that's a 10. But I gave it a 10, and I gave Oppenheimer a 9. So
And 9.
that's
So
10.
obviously Spider-Verse for you. And
I like
Alex,
Spider-Verse
is
for me.
Oppenheimer is your best movie of the year so far?
I don't know about. I gotta look. There's been so much good
There's so
stuff,
many,
let it cook,
dude.
dude.
Like it's
Yeah,
I've
And
given a
for
lot
me,
of
hey,
10s.
what did you
I've given
what
a
did
lot
you
of 10s
give
this year?
What did you give Mission Impossible?
That was like a fucking 9.
Did we review that?
Yeah,
We didn't review
Okay.
it though. No, we didn't review
You
it.
guys didn't review it?
didn't give
I hadn't
scores.
seen it. I was the only one that saw it at the time.
didn't
So.
review
I don't think
I
you
saw
gave
it. I saw it.
scores, but
I
you
saw it.
talked about it. But
was
yeah, but
really
you were
good.
in Dominican, freaking
loved
tanning
it.
your plátano, bro. That's why you were.
Hey, cálmate, bro. I gotta tan it. It's gotta be tan.
Yo, man.
Quiero que un plátano
Gotta be dang,
blanquito.
man. What are you talking about?
El plátano no se queda amarillo.
No,
bro.
I've given out a lot of 10s this year. To be honest, like between this movie,
John Wick.
John Wick, bro, that was a 10.
John Wick.
I gave that a 10. I gave Spider-Man a 10. I gave Air close to a 10. I don't know if I gave it a 10.
So you're a slut for 10.
Blackberry was a 10.
bro.
No, if you go back to all the
Too many
movies we
10s,
had
bro.
like last year.
What could I get for
No, I'm saying
10?
for last year, like I didn't give a lot of 10s.
It's
But
such
this
a
year,
shame,
as far
though.
as like movies, it's been like
This
almost
movie,
every other month,
obviously,
bro.
They spoke to you.
What'd
Yeah.
you give? Hey, what did you give? Indiana Jones.
A 10. Moving on.
That was a 5, bro.
That was a 5.
I don't
Yeah,
even
it
think.
was
I don't even
cinco.
think.
didn't-
I don't
you
think you
didn't
guys
review,
gave
bro?
scores. No, you guys didn't do scores. You
No, we
just
didn't
like
do
talked
scores. We just
about
went
it.
through it,
yeah,
yeah.
we did. You're right.
We had to
did.
go. We went in fast. We flashed through it.
We flied through it. Yeah, it was a lot to talk
You
about.
flashed
Right.
through it faster
We
than
flashed through
Flash
it.
catching that baby in the microwave. Yeah.